So, I am a novice to crocheting. I've been doing it for a few months now, just as a hobby to kill time. And I'm brand new to sewing. This is definitely something new to me. So many mistakes later with the sewing, I managed to create my lining for my bag, my crochet bag. So it'll go inside this bag. And I also managed, through many mistakes, how to create my first pocket. So it's a nice sturdy pocket. And I will install it tomorrow because it's late and I need to get some rest. So to be continued. Okay, so here we are from yesterday. So the difference, I actually added a couple more pockets in here, aside from the zipper that I had yesterday. This is not an elastic fabric, so it doesn't have any stretch to it. So I wanted to do something that can maybe have a bottle holder. So I had some elastic fabric. I put it in here, so now, a bottle can grip in there. And then I just covered it with the material. And then I created one extra pocket here, just a long pocket. You can add anything in there. So I've put this all inside the bag, all of the lining, and then I pinned all of it up. So it's all pinned up just below the first row, or I should say the last row of the crochet. So all I'm gonna do is sew that in, and then after I do that, I'm going to put this zipper in so it can be closed, and it's a two-way zipper, so you can open it from either way. You don't have to open the whole bag to get into it. And then I'm also going to put a strap, maybe crossbody. So I'll see you when I get to that. So now I finished sewing this in, and I sewed all along the edges up here. You can see that. And I got it all the way across. And it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, because remember, this is going to be the inside. And then I had to be very careful not to sew any of the pockets together. Sounds like something I'd do. So then we flip the bag right side and stuff the corners in. And now you have this awesome, beautiful bag. It's got nice lining, beautifully crocheted from the outside. I still have to sew these in. These are just strings, but you won't see that once I'm finished. So now I'm going to go ahead and install the zipper. So this will be totally closed, and a strap. And we're going to have a nice little baby bag for my my husband's cousin. Okay, so I got the zipper all pinned in. You can see all those little pins sticking out, ready to stab me. And then a very important thing after you pin it is to make sure it's in place. And it actually zips, so we don't want that after the fact to find out that I don't have this right. But how nice is that? This is going to be completely closed bag. Very excited. So I'm going to go ahead and sew this in. So sometimes when I get on my projects, I forget to eat and I get so obsessed. So I made myself a quick meal, took a pause before I did the zipper. All I did was some potatoes and mushrooms. I made a little bowl of seasoning with some salt, pepper, oregano, a little bit of cumin, a little garlic salt, onion salt, and some paprika. mix it in a bowl, a little bowl. Then in another bowl, I chopped up these little baby Yukon Gold potatoes, some mushrooms, threw them in a bowl, covered them with the seasoning, some extra virgin olive oil, threw them on the pan first, then in that same bowl, throw in the chicken thighs, get them all coated up, front, back, underneath the skin, put them right on top, and now we're just gonna go ahead and pop these in the oven while I go ahead and do the zipper, and we'll be finished soon. Well, sometimes as a novice, you make mistakes. I was at the very end and I sewed on top of the actual zipper handle and I snapped my needle. Live and learn. Thankfully, I have lots of extras. Now, I just finished this, and as you can see by all my little trimmings that I trimmed any excess thread. So I'm going to flip this inside out. Let's get that back a little bit. Okay, now here we go. Remind you, this is my first time ever doing any of this, so I am self-taught on YouTube and a little common sense. I didn't look at how to do this zipper, but look how nice it worked out. Nice and secure. Wow, I'm very excited about this. So now we have a nice, beautiful bag. And I'm going to figure out how I want to install the strap. And we are finished, folks. And just like that, dinner is ready. Nice crispy skin, roasted potatoes, some mushrooms. Bon appetit. Okay, so for the strap, I have these D rings, they call them, because they look like a D. So anyways, I was trying to figure out how I was going to do this, and of course I go to YouTube the same way I do for everything, because that's how I learned how to sew, that's how I learned how to crochet. And what I saw them do on an apron was they had it, so we're going to sew this like this, just this piece, and I'm going to cut it and sew it right here. And I'll have these rings upward, and then I'll do it on the other side as well, on the opposite side. So it'll be a crossbody. And then this will be loose, this strap, for whatever length, and then it can be adjusted. So that shouldn't take long, famous last words. And I'll be finished and show you the final product. Thanks. And I'm finished. I have to say that this is what gets me so hooked on crocheting and now sewing, is the finished product. So I put the strap on, so it can be a crossbody strap, adjustable. So you have these, you can adjust them to whatever size. And then this actually took me, I started it last Saturday, so less than a week in my spare time. I'm not working, so a few hours in the evening, but it's a pretty nice bag. I have to say, I'm very excited about it. On to the next project.